Hello everyone and welcome to a a demo around the B2B features of Shopify. So it's a short video about the current state of the B2B features that I really find super interesting. So I was playing around with a Plus store that I set up, and so I'm going to guide you through some of the setups that I have created. I'm just going to move myself out of the way here for a second. So basically what I did is I created a store where I added some products to. Obviously, I also created a specific catalog for a specific company. I will come back to what a catalog exactly means and what you can do with it. I have created some customers. I have created some companies. I will all come back to this, obviously. I have created some companies where I added the main contacts to. And then I've created a front end based on the Dawn team. And then in the back end, obviously, I've also added some users, which is not really relevant for today. I obviously use the new customer accounts because for B2B, this is recommended. Then I have set up some custom data, but this is not super relevant for this demo specifically, but maybe we'll touch upon it. And this is more or less it, although I just want to show real quick as well that you can obviously add different users because so in this case I'm the merchant here, right? I have a store, a B2B store, so I might have specific people working in my company that can buy for specific companies. So imagine that I have a sales representative, right? He should be able to order for his companies. So it's very important to understand that you can change the permissions of a certain user and only give him access to certain companies so that he can only buy products for those companies. So how you should imagine this in a concrete case is that the sales representative, he's on the road basically, right? He goes to his companies and he can order for them together with them for his specific companies. So you can do that here as well. So imagine that I want to give John certain permissions. I can go to edit, and actually I just have to click away this for a second, and then I can go into companies, and then I can restrict permissions to assigned company locations. So you can then assign John to specific locations so that he is only able to place orders for companies that have that is under him, basically, right? That are under him in terms of he is the sales representative for those specific companies, and then you can add the staff to those companies. So imagine that I had given John access to this specific company, but not to another company. So here, for example, I could say only Sam can do everything. And in this case, if I would give John only the permissions to do the companies or only see the companies that he is assigned to, he would not be able to place orders for powder bound in this case. So he will not see the create orders. So basically what I'm saying is you have granular support on the permissions that you want to give a certain staff member if he is a sales representative for a specific company. Okay, so now let's dive into the juicy parts. I'm just gonna quickly log out here because I want to show everything. So basically how the front end looks for people who are not logged in. So this could be a B2C customer. I'm also going to get stuff out of my cart. So you see the different products. Basically, you see the pricing of the products. So here you're not logged in, so you're not a B2B customer, so you're not assigned a specific catalog, and I'm now going to dive into it a bit deeper. So apparently we're now working with the Dear Digital company. This is a company where Sam is assigned to, so this is a specific customer, right? So I've added a customer to it. You can see here that Sam is a customer in Shopify, and I've added Sam to this specific company. What does this mean is that actually Sam can buy for this company. So basically imagine, which is the case, I work for Dear Digital. I'm on the store that you can buy snowboards with, right? Which is this. And so I'm granted as being Sam access to this store via the company Dear Digital. So this is actually what this means, right? One of the customers that is underneath a specific company. So I actually buy orders, products for the company, but I can do that as a specific employee of that company. But here actually is a lot of the cool stuff. First of all, you can obviously edit company details, but here is actually the interesting stuff. So you can edit payment terms for this specific company, so that if Sam is going to order something for this company, that we can select certain payment methods, that those are predefined in the checkout. So if Sam then orders, because I'm the merchant here, I'm the admin, I can choose how Dear Digital, and Sam is a customer of Dear Digital or is underneath Dear Digital, he will be able to see in the checkout, and I'll show it later, that he can pay in net 30 days. And I will also require a deposit in the checkout of 30%. So what does this mean is that you actually have full choice about how you want the checkout to look for this specific company. And so you can choose that this person or this company will only be able to buy with net 30 or all of these other options, and that you are only requiring them for getting a 30% deposit at the checkout. So here you can actually set everything up to choose how the checkout will look for this specific company if they are logging in. Then another thing that you can do is you can edit some checkout options. You could say all orders have to be submitted for review. So you first have to review them. And here, this is also, or you can automatically submit the order. And here is that you allow or not allow the customer to change a shipping address to any one-time address. So basically what you could say here is, if you don't check this, you are, for example, only able to ship it to the company address. If you allow this, for example, you could say that Sam, in this case, for Dear Digital, could say, I'm going to buy a snowboard and I'm going to deliver that snowboard at Sam's house. If you don't apply this, then just the normal addresses will be taken from the company, basically, and from that customer, and only they will be able to send it to those addresses. Then something else is the catalog, super important one, obviously. So basically, you can see here that I already selected a catalog. So these are the Dear Digital products, I called it, because the company is Dear Digital, right? And so I'll dive into it now. So you can see that I'm now going to products, catalogs, and I've created a catalog here. This is basically a custom set of products that person can buy for a potentially custom price. So you can only have a subset of products for this specific customer, and you can say that this customer, for example, has an overall discount, price decrease, or a percentage decrease, increase, or not. You can do the price overrides here, and you can also say that only certain products are added to this specific catalog. So basically what this means is that this Sam will have access to these 9 products at a decreased price of 10%. So if Sam logs in for Dear Digital, he will be able to see those products with a 10% discount. So if we just take a couple of products here, so the hydrogen snowboard costs 600 euros. I'm now here as a normal, not logged in customer, so not as a B2B customer. The liquid board costs 749 euros, more or less. And so this is as a guest, basically, right? So if we just go to one of the super interesting features here, is that you can also say, manage the products and the prices, obviously. So you can add or include or exclude certain products from the catalog, basically. So you could say Dear Digital cannot buy these products, for example, so he will only be able to see certain products. But then something that I really found super interesting is that you can actually say that for this product, for example, I can say that for a specific variant, I want to have a quantity rule and a volume pricing. Now, the crazy thing about this is that you can say this within this catalog. So basically, if you now go to the selling plans for ski wax, if you would go to the normal version, because I'm now not logged in, right? I would select this and I can just add quantity 4, add quantity 1. I don't have any quantity breaks. But if I say here, like I did, that you can only buy, because this is a B2B person, right? It's Sam's catalog, the digital catalog. You could say, I don't want this person to be able to buy only one of this wax. I just want him to buy 5 or 10 or 15. And I want to add pricing breaks to say that from 15, he can actually buy it at 20 euros instead of 24.95. He can buy it for 30 from 15. So this is catalog specific. So I'm just going to show you real quick now that if I log in, so this was my email address, I think is my normal email address. Just check it real quick as well in the backend. Customers, companies. So I just quickly go to Dear Digital, then it's Sam, and indeed his email address is sam.@deardigital.com. So I log in. I just quickly go to my emails. Well, so here I have the email with the login code. Sorry, I just go here, up, I log in. And so now I see only my catalog basically, because I'm logged into the store. So you will see that, for example, I didn't have, and now I can just quickly show you how the store would look if I'm still logged in as a normal customer, right? So I'll obviously need to, yes, add this. So up, online store, preferences. I just add the password. So now I'm logged in again as a, oh, enter this, I didn't see it. So now I see that I have this product, the gift card, but I don't have this product anymore if I'm logged in as Sam. Why? Because if you go to the catalog, up the original product, manage products, you should actually see that the gift card, so that the gift card is not in here, right? So you only see, so the excluded product, sorry, you see, what is, so yeah, these products are not included, so I will not see them in the front end. It's weird that I now don't see the gift card, basically. That's weird, but okay. You get the point, right? So if I now, because I'm always looking at the catalog, right? So what we did actually is here in the variants, we added a pricing structure specifically for this variant, specifically within this catalog. So that now that we're logged in, if we go to the products page, and this all went automatically, you see that Shopify added for this specific variant, because this is how it looked before without the pricing breaks. I can now only, this was weird. So this should be 5, right? And I then can add, wait, I'm just gonna reload for a sec. Yes, now we're good. You see that the volume pricing has been added. The prices have been taken from the backend, specifically from the catalog. And again, if I now open it from a normal user, you see that everything is not added here, and that the experience for the B2B customer, because we added the catalogs, is different than the B2C customer. So I can then say, okay, I want to buy 30 of these. You see that the product decreases. You add it to cart. So I actually got the discount right, because I'm logged in via the company. So you can check out the cart, you can check out this new value, and if we then go to checkout, we actually see that we can have a net 30 payment terms. This is exactly what I said before. And what is also super interesting, normally, because we we added this today, so totally due today is 0 actually. Total due later is 460. So this is basically the full price, right? So I'm just gonna really quick go back here to see how the settings work. So if we go to customers, if we go to companies, if we go to Dear Digital, because Sam is part of Dear Digital, and there is a 30% deposit. So I'm just checking required deposits on order created at checkout. So normally we should have a 30% discount. So if I now say, for example, choose payment method later, let's see what it says. It's in review. Yeah, because it's first in review, obviously. So we need to confirm it later, and then a payment will be due when we accept the order, basically. So then I wanted to zoom into something really interesting, because I was looking around a bit, and first of all, there was something interesting happening that I wanted to show. So imagine now that I'm a sales representative and I want to buy for Dear Digital, basically. So I'm here logged in, obviously, as the admin, so I can place orders for every single company. So I could say, like, I'm going to create an order for Dear Digital, and I'm going to say I'm going to create it for Sam. And then what I was interested about is, how does it then look from a draft order perspective? Because you have the net payment terms, you have the catalog, the new pricing, etc. So I was then wondering, like, how does it work if you create a draft order? So you can, for example, see if we take the liquid board, it was, the normal price was, if we just go back for a second, was 749.95. If you now here see that I'm ordering for Dear Digital, basically, and we have the liquid board, you see that this is a different price. Why? Because it's from Dear Digital pricing, basically, and there is a 10% overall adjustment. So you see here exactly why this new product, this new price is shown, because it's obvious I'm placing the order for Dear Digital, and Dear Digital actually has this catalog, which has a 10% overall adjustment. So I can add this for a second, and it will show that I have this discount, right? But what I was also interested in is, imagine that I go to the ski wax, where normally you should be able to see the decreases in price, right? Like this. I was wondering how this would show up. I'm just looking for the right tab. So if I add it here, you don't see the volume discounts. So here we have to add it ourselves, basically. So we can obviously do this, because if we go to discount amount, we just click the price. We can say, okay, he wants to buy 10, and then we just see what the volume discount was that we added to the backend. So you can say there is an amount, and I think from 5 onwards, if I'm not mistaken, there was a certain discount from 15. So I will give a 5%, euro discount. So €5 discount. This should be per, right? And then he has to buy 15, because from this amount he gets a 5% discount. And so this is a custom discount that reflects the quantity discount, basically. Then you can choose to do the payment later or today, basically. So here you could say, I want to collect payment now, or you can say that he can pay later on, depending on the payment terms that you want. So let's say that, because this is also a bit odd, because you could say, like, okay, but if he orders from the checkout, then he has to pay a 30% upfront fee, and then he can pay everything later on, right? But you cannot select it here. It's not like you can say, and you can, but for me, from a first perspective, this wasn't the case. So what we would like to do is just have the similar approach as we have actually set up in the Dear Digital company, which was that you have to pay a 30% upfront. I'll just open it up quick to show you what I mean. So here we had the payment terms, which was requires deposit on order created at checkout, 30%. So basically we would love to do the same here. So what I would say here is we want to collect the payment. So mark as paid. I'm just going, oh no, that was not what I wanted. No, that was what I wanted. So we say other, we say this will create an order, this order will be marked as paid, and you will receive outside of Shopify. So basically, no, this is not what we want. So we do it like this, we create the order. And what we can do now normally, if I'm not mistaken, so this will create an order without payment. Yes, you'll be able to send an invoice and create payment and a payment method for the order page. So if we then say create order, the order is created without a payment, right? Voila. Then you see that payment is still pending. It's obviously unfulfilled. You see the overview here. And then what you can say is I want to collect payment. When the invoice is sent, yes. Collect payment, record payment, percentage, and I could say 30%. And then I could say record payment because I, for example, asked the person to create 30%. So this payment is a balance, and then he calculates how much there is still left. So just recording the payment here. Mark payment as received. Okay. Normally payment pending. Is it still? Just gonna check real quick at the other order. This is also still payment pending. Yeah, maybe there is just something wrong with the payment setup here. Yeah, so maybe I just have to add the credit card, right? But what I wanted to show you additionally here is if you then go to my email address, I will have gotten an email as well that says that I have created this order, or this order has been created for me. And if I then go to the account structure, obviously we will see the order. We will see two orders because I've created the last one as well, the first one before. And then you can actually pay him now. Also, something interesting is that we could have set up a payment flow for people to be automatically, if there is no payment added yet, we can send automatic emails via Shopify to ask for the payment, basically. So from this account where we created the draft orders, we can say, and this is payments, okay. So yeah, you can pay it from the account structure. So in this case, the person can add an order from the admin basically, and then the person can or the person from the company can pay it from their account structure itself. So if we then click this, you go to the checkout obviously, and you just need to pay in the normal way of working. You can add a PO number here just to make sure that it's nice and clean for your own accounting system. So yeah, this is obviously also important for some B2B people. So yeah, this was actually everything that I wanted to show. I had one issue with the payments, so I will look into that a bit later. But basically, what I wanted to show, the most important things was companies, customers under those companies, all the catalogs, the payment terms that you can have from within the checkout, which is obviously really cool. And then you could also add orders as an admin person, and you can choose who from the admin can place those orders for which companies. And so what I found really interesting was this, because actually the front end just changes magically, because all of those features with the volume pricing, etc., is already included in the system. So if you create those catalogs for those specific customers or for those specific companies, you actually directly see it in the front end changed because of the back end changes that you have done before. So yeah, this was my overall overview. Hope you liked it, and see you soon. Bye bye.